Hello all, welcome to the DevOps Planet. In our previous video, we have seen how we can install and configure Minikube on our local system and also how we can set up the Kubernetes dashboard and access that. Now in today's video, we are going to learn about the namespaces. So first of all, what is namespace and why we use that? So namespace help us to isolate our resources from the other resources. So if I explain you with an example, suppose we have one single Kubernetes cluster and we are working on multiple projects. So what we can do, we can create a single namespace for each project respectively. So for example, if you have four projects, you can create four different namespaces and that will help you to isolate the resources of one project from the other project. So let's see how we can work on the namespaces. So I am already on my Kubernetes cluster. So let's see how nodes we have. So kubectl get node is the command. So we have one node that is set up by the Minikube as we have seen in our last video in the detail. Now, if I want to see that how many namespaces I already have on my Kubernetes cluster, for that I have command kubectl get namespaces. So that is namespaces, a typo error. Okay. So these are the namespaces which I currently have in my Kubernetes cluster, and the same can be visualized from the dashboard also. If you click here, you can see all the namespaces here. Now, if you want to list the namespaces again, so there is one alias that we can use ns. So either we can write the namespaces or we can write the ns. Both will result the same output. So that is how we can see the available namespaces in our local cluster. Now, suppose I want to see how many ports are running on my particular namespaces. So the command is kubectl get ports. So when I execute this command, it gives me that no resource found in default namespaces because by default, the namespace is set to the default one. You can see the five namespaces here and this is the default one and currently there is no port in this default namespace. The same can be seen from here also. If I select the default here and if I go to the ports, I can see there is no port to display. Now, if I want to check in another namespace that how many ports are there. So for that, I have a flag -n. -n represent the namespace, and I just need to pass the namespace name. So I have passed the namespace name. So this time it has written me the two ports which are running on my Kubernetes cluster. And the same can be visualized from here also. So let me select the namespace here. So see these two ports which we just saw from the CLI can be visualized from here. Now, how we can create a namespace. So there are two different ways. The one is using kubectl create command. Another one is using Kubernetes manifest file. So first, let's see how we can create using kubectl create command. So for that, you just need to type the command kubectl create. And now we want to create the namespace. So I am writing ns, which represent the namespace and the namespace name. Let's suppose I'm passing the namespace name as project one. So you see the namespace has been created. Now I want to see the namespaces. Then I'm using this command kubectl get ns. So a new namespace is appearing here and which is created just now. And the same can be verified from the portal also. So you can see the new namespaces here. So this was using the kubectl create command. Now if I want to create from the kubectl manifest file, so let's see how we can do that. So for that I'm creating a file. The name is namespace.yml. You can keep the file name anything. It should be something relevant that you can easily remember that what is the purpose of this file. Now there are few things that we need to pass in this YML file. The first is API version. So we need to define that which API of the Kubernetes version we want to configure or to create this resource. So I'm using version 1. The next is we need to define the kind. Kind represent that which resources we want to create in our Kubernetes cluster. So for now, we are working on the namespace. So we will define that we want to create the namespace type resources in our Kubernetes cluster. Then another section comes, which is metadata. So in metadata, we will pass the data that is specific to our namespace. For example, I'm passing the name. So let me pass the namespace name here, project 2. And I have saved this file. Let me see. So you can see this file has been created here. Now I want to create the namespace using this YML file. So for that, we have the command kubectl apply -m namespace.yml. So you can see the namespace has been created, and if I want to see this namespace, I can see the project 2 has been created. And the same can be visualized from here also, the project 2 namespace. Now, if I want to delete any particular namespace, how I can do that? So again, there are two ways. The one way using kubectl command, the another way is using manifest file. So last time we used the apply command and use the manifest file. So this time I will use delete command. Kubectl delete command, and I'm passing the manifest file and press enter. So you can see the namespace project 2 has been deleted. And let me refresh this page also. Yeah, so the project 2 has been deleted from here. The another way, so let me list, yeah, project 2 has been deleted. Now the another way to delete the namespace is we can directly pass the namespace name in this delete command. So kubectl delete ns, and I'm passing the namespace name, that is project 1. You can see the namespace has been deleted. So that is how you can create the namespaces. You can delete the namespaces. So let me verify from the portal also. Yes, so portal also you can see the project 1 namespace has been deleted, and let's verify the same thing from the command kubectl get ns. The namespace has been deleted from here also. Now in our next video, we will see the detailed information about the namespaces, the ports, the replica sets, deployment, etc. So I hope you like this video. Thanks for watching this.